Hey guys, I'm Bree, the Customer Success Lead at Wishpond, and this week in marketing, we're talking growth hacking. Quick refresher, what's growth hacking? So growth hacking is a marketing technique which was developed by technology startups that use creativity, analytical thinking, and social metrics to gain exposure and sell products, opposed to traditional marketing which uses TV and radio ads and things like that. So first up this week, the 3-step user onboarding process email strategy. Build user motivation, ensure users know how to use the product, and drive users to take meaningful action. So what does the co-founder and CEO of SparkPage, Peter Tanham, mean by this? Well, let's look at the first one. Build user motivation. Tanham points out that Replay Rides, which is basically an Airbnb for car rentals, lay out a step-by-step guide of what the app does and is very feature-focused, pointing out that this email is more for product people rather than the user. And this example, they leverage the motivation of the user base and highlight the value proposition. Take the road less traveled. Why stay caged up in your backyard when there are open roads to explore? Make the most of your Memorial Day. Their readers want to travel and explore, so use that messaging to communicate that you understand. So get a grasp on why your users signed up with you in the first place and highlight that in your email. Next, ensure users know how to use your product. Now you need to make sure that they're not churning. They've signed up, they're going to run into problems. They're probably not going to be 100% sure about everything that you offer. Address and figure out what those pain points are for your users. Use your website analytics, research what your common customer support problems are, and figure out where you think they will run into problems, and whatever that is, address that in your emails and use step-by-step guides, how-to guides. You can create easy videos, screen shares, explaining how to get through the process of using your product so that they don't churn. We at Wishpond definitely take this point seriously and use that for whatever product our customers sign up for. We will send them specific emails on that product with how-to guides, how-to videos, just to ensure that they know everything and we can cover everything so that they feel confident in using our products. And that's something that you can do with your business. And when you send out your series of emails, number them as parts. So part 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, so they can anticipate and they know that more emails are coming their way and they don't feel spammed. Drive users to take meaningful action. So before you send out the series of emails to your users, make sure that you're not just sending it to anyone randomly. So anyone that signs up with you on a certain product page, you're not just sending them all the exact same content. Send emails based on behavior. Let's say they visit my Instagram webinar, they download our Instagram ebook, and they've looked at our Instagram hashtag contest page. Then I'm going to trigger an email to send to that particular type of person that takes those actions a case study on very successful customers that have used the Instagram hashtag contest for their business. And not only does it give them information and we can kind of get a feel that this is the type of product they'd be interested in, that they can actually use it and we could get an upgrade. So in thinking about how you're going to send your emails out, sending them based on behaviors and interests is much more powerful than sending out a series of emails to everyone that's a blanket statement about your stuff. Make it targeted, make it tailored and relevant to what they're interested in with your business, and you're much more likely to get an upgrade. Why did your users sign up with you? Focus on their motivation and less about your features. Where do you find users run into problems or get confused with your products? Walk them through a step-by-step process on getting started. Create a how-to guide, use screen shares and videos, an infographic, a PDF guide, whatever works for you. Experiment with how you can teach them easily and effectively. And send your tailored, relevant content to people based on their behaviors for powerful results and engagement. To read more about this, I've linked the article below. It's Peter Tanham's article on appcues.com. Next this week in growth hacking is using the Net Promoter Score, so NPS, to maintain and grow your customer loyalty and satisfaction. The main question regarding NPS is how likely will you recommend the company website to a friend? And then something like how likely are you to buy from the company website? It uses a 0 to 10 point rating scale to measure the NPS. 0, not at all likely, and 10, extremely likely. So this week, Iona Lupek wrote for Marketizator on the topic saying, Sujin Patel, VP of Marketing at When I Work, found that 10 to 15% of people who answered 1 to 8 have small issues or user error that can be instantly fixed. It's a very easy and a quick win. And for the top guys in the 9 to 10 group, he said, I offer these customers swag, free t-shirts, mugs, etc. and ask for help they can do quickly, such as share on Facebook or Twitter, write an app store review, email a friend. This is a great way to use NPS to improve growth for your business. Now, the NPS score varies for different industries. A 35 in the food industry could be really good, and in the fashion industry, it could be really bad. Lupek wrote that research from Bain and Satmetrics show that Net Promoter Overachievers are among the most successful companies in the world. Companies with the highest Net Promoter scores include USAA, Home Bank, Harley-Davidson, Costco Wholesale, Amazon, eBay, and SAS, showing that the companies that take the NPS seriously thrive. So ask your audience if they're likely to buy from you again or recommend you to a friend. What I found interesting is that the NPS score is shown to be more reliable than a customer satisfaction survey. Fred Reichland, who wrote an article on the Harvard Business Review, says satisfaction lacks a consistently demonstrable connection to actual customer behavior and growth. Measuring loyalty with NPS surveys, on the other hand, has proven to be more consistent with a company's growth. The likelihood to recommend question proved to be the first or second correlate to actual customer behavior 80% of the time. And customers who said they were likely to recommend a company to a friend or colleague generated word-of-mouth sales. So if you want to learn more about the Net Promoter Score, I posted a link below this video and you can read Lupek's article, The Smart Marketer's Guide to Net Promoter Score, NPS, on Marketizator. And so check that out if you want to. And the last hot topic this week in growth hacking is how to get big clients for your startup with emails. So very quickly, we're going to look at how to turn your cold emails into smart emails. For you, you may have tried to reach out to the big shots, the execs, the decision makers of enterprise companies with no response. So these are some tips that will help you get those responses. Number one, start with your market. It'll be easier to connect because you speak the same language. Number two, target high-level executives and target multiple departments. Break the ice. Research the projects and companies they've worked with and ask about those so that they know that this isn't spam. They'll be more willing to respond knowing you're familiar with their company. Use bold statements. Say something that shows how awesome your company is, like who you have partnerships with, size, awards, growth, valuations, etc. For instance, we are the fastest growing SaaS startup in the US. Number four, certifications. Mention the certifications of your team, like having Android certified developers to assure them on the quality of your products. Number five, lower commitment. Offer a free live demo, a discounted price of your product or service for the first month to try out before you go in for the big sale. Number six, this is my last email. When you follow up for the last time, say something like, "Hi Carol, I know you're super busy. Don't worry, this is my last email. Maybe I didn't reach the right person. If not, could you point me towards someone I could talk to about X?" And number seven, be bold. Don't be afraid to reach out to the big guys. You have nothing to lose if you follow the steps we just discussed. Give it a shot and see how your results are. And these awesome tips to get big clients for your business were written by Piotr Zanowitz. I hope I pronounced that right. And I've posted a link below this video and you can check out that article too. So that was our first video in This Week in Marketing. I hope that was helpful. Let us know what you think. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can get more videos. And I'll see you on the next one.